Okay, so first of all, good morning everyone. I'm Adrian. Welcome to Yoga Fit. So this will be a more exercise-oriented yoga class. Okay, let's see who we have in class. Hi, morning Joan, morning Lily. Okay, so anyway, originally had very ambitious plan today. So we'll see how it goes. As we go along, I realize some of you also will be quite new to yoga. Some of you have been practicing for some time. So therefore, we will have different levels today. But what I'm going to work on will be our single leg balance. We haven't done single leg balancing for some time, so we'll explore a little bit of our all the single leg postures like warrior tree, like tree pose, dancers pose, half moon. So all those are single leg balances, just to have a little bit of fun. And also single leg balances, what is it good for is to strengthen the ankle and your feet, because when you place all your weight onto one foot, then that leg and the ankle and the foot works twice as hard. So, and it's important as we go through in life, especially since we're sitting down so long, it's important to keep the arch in your feet. Single leg balances are very good to condition the arch in your feet. So if you have a flat foot, or you have like over or under pronation of the ankles, do a lot of single leg balances every day. Even if it's just like, when you're watching TV, you do a tree pose, you hold it, or even if you hold things for support, over time you will find that it will correct all these things. So you can correct a lot of things naturally, rather than, let's say, you're under or over pronation of your feet, your ankle turns in and out, and you're constantly relying on inserts for your shoe. It's like crutches. While you have support, you find it gets worse over time because you don't force the muscle to work. And so what we're doing with singular balances is forcing muscles to work. So it's important to understand, when we do nice postures, what is it used for? And second of all, we're going to explore our arms. So we're going to do Bakasana again today, a different variation. And depending on how we go, maybe we'll do that today, and then we'll see how it goes. So with that said, let's come into a seated position. Since everybody is seated nicely, let me remember to switch on my light as well. Okay, there we go. So I have less shadow. Okay, let's come to a nice simple seated position. One of our little seated positions today are, like I said, a lot of standing today. The hands on the knees. Now from here, we're just going to warm up our pelvic bone muscles and the lower abdominal first. So we're just going to do 3 seated circles to the right and then to the left, easy one. So as we exhale, we lean forwards, we roll to the right, we lean to the back, to the left and forwards. Just an easy roll. And then we're using our hands on our knees for support. Let's do one more. And then we reverse direction. We circle to the left. And then lean to the back, to the right, back forwards, to the left, to the back, to the right and forwards. And one last one. And now from here, we're just going to stretch the front of our shoulders a little bit. Let me give you a side view. From here, we sit upright. We stretch our hands up. And then as you inhale, you stretch the hands up more. So just keep your arms next to the ears will do, so that our body and spine is in a nice straight line. One more. Fingers stretch up. We get used to this because later warrior tree, we're going to do this a lot. So imagine now we practice with the fingers first, that you're extending the fingers, like you're trying to stretch the fingers up to touch your ceiling. Now, as you stretch your fingers out, what do you feel? Feelings very important today is that your fingers are like trying to pull the arm straight, trying to stretch the shoulder blades up. And then you feel that it's a very light feeling for your body, like suddenly your whole spine feel very light. That's what extension does. Now we're going to roll the arms to the back. Place the fingers slightly behind the hip. Fingers are facing forwards. Bend the elbows. Now push your chest forwards. Now at the same time, squeeze your elbows in. Elbows bring in towards each other. Push the chest forwards. so that we are stretching the front of our chest and our shoulders. And then take a deep breath, push the chest forward, squeeze the elbows in. Let's do one more breath. Inhale, push the chest forward, squeeze the elbows in. Very nice. Now, from here, slowly release. And then we're going to place our palms to the front of the mat. Come into an all four position. And then we're just going to do a quick warm up for the body. Yeah? Okay, let me move. Okay, I think you all can see. Okay, now, from here, we're going to tuck our toes in. We're going to leave our toes tucked in for the entire sequence. This is a full body warm up. Now, inhale, we arch the spine, cow pose. So the hip is facing up to the sky, chest is facing forwards, and then we keep our gaze forwards. Let's spend a couple of breaths in this position so that you can slowly get used to this. One more breath. Now, as we exhale, gently round the spine, come into cat pose. So it's like you're trying to push the middle of your spine up to the ceiling. And then we're tucking our chin in, stretching our shoulders up to the sky. And then there's a nice comfortable stretch on the lower back. Now inhale, come back to tabletop. We extend one leg back. Extend two legs back into plank. Now we come to plank. Later, a lot of arm work, so we do a plank first. So in plank, let's practice our plank up. Shoulders pushing up to the sky, and then the thighs extending straight, like you're trying to straighten your legs. So you feel the thighs here engage, and then you're trying to push the heels towards the back. Let's hold here for one more breath. Now from here, we use the hip right here, pull you up. Not push with the shoulder, we pull you up, like you're trying to push the hip up towards the sky. And then you can find it's very easy to go back into a nice downward facing dog. So the hip is the one doing all the work, like you're trying to push your lower back up to the ceiling. Shoulders relaxing. We're looking at our toes. One more breath. Now we do this in a sequence. As you inhale, gently drop your knee down to the ground and arch the spine. Looking forwards, we come back into our cow pose. As you gently exhale, we suck in the belly, we round the spine, come into cat. Now, as you inhale, slowly lift the knees off the ground, straighten the legs, and we come back into plank. Now, as you gently exhale, again, we use our hip to push us up and to the back into a downward facing dog. Now let's do this non-stop for 5 rounds. Inhale, slowly drop the knee down, arch the spine into cow. As you gently exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine and come into cat. Inhale, lift the knees off the ground and come into plank. Exhale, use your hip and pull yourself back into downward facing dog. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, knee down to the ground, we arch the spine into cow. As we gently exhale, we round the spine, come into cat. Inhale, lift the knees off the ground, straighten the legs and come into plank. Exhale, use the hip to pull you all the way back to downward facing dog. 3 more. Inhale, knee down to the ground, we arch the spine. Exhale. As you exhale, suck in the belly and round the spine. Inhale, straighten your legs and come into plank. Exhale, relax the shoulders, use the hip to pull you back into downward facing dog. Let's keep going. Inhale, knee down, arch the spine. Exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine. Inhale, lift the knees off the ground, we come into plank. Exhale, use the hip, pull you back, downward facing dog. Let's do one last one. Inhale, knee down, arch the spine into cow. Exhale, suck in the belly, round the spine into cat. Inhale, lift the knees, straighten the legs, come into plank. Exhale, pull the hip all the way back to downward dog. Now from here, we're going to start walking our hands all the way back to the feet. So let's gently walk and walk. And now we're at the back of the mat, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. And then gently as you inhale, roll the body back up into a nice straight standing position. And then we extend our hands up and let's straighten our spine first. We're going to hold our opposite elbow. So we're going to grab our arms just below the elbows. Now from here, we're going to push the back of the head into the forearms. Now as you inhale, lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Use the head to push the forearms back. We do 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift the chest, hip, push the forearms back. 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the chest, push the forearms back with your head. And then you can feel the upper back and the shoulders getting a very nice stretch. Now let's do 1 more time. With this extension, we extend our hands. We roll the shoulders back, place the hands at the back of the waist. As we inhale, now we lift the chest all the way towards the ceiling, standing camel pose. Looking up to the ceiling, now squeeze your elbows in, and then you will find the stretch back to the front of the shoulders. Let's do 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift the chest up, look to the ceiling, squeeze the elbows in. 1 more breath. Inhale, lift the chest up, squeeze the elbows in. And now inhale, we come back to standing position. And then we're going to open up our feet slightly wider than the shoulders. We bring our hands in front of the chest. So we just stack the right hand on top of the left. From here, just gently twist side to side. So we can fully loosen up our spine. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And slowly shake your hands, shake your feet a little bit. And then you can feel, suddenly, whole body loosen up and straighten already. This is important. Why? Because our first warm-up is tree pose. So, this one can cheat us. So if you have a wall, or let's say a table or a chair near you, feel free to use it. Okay, so we practice the low tree pose first. Now, most important in tree pose is it's a hip opening maneuver. So let's begin with my right foot. So I'm going to turn my foot to face to the right. So I turn at a 90-degree angle. So I'm opening up my hip. Just place the hands on the hip first. And then I'm going to bring the ball of the foot close to my ankle. And then I'm going to press my heel against my right heel press against my left leg. So just focus on my foot. Ball of the foot on the mat. I bring the heel to my left leg. And then I open up my hip as much as I can. Straighten up my body. Bring the hands to your heart center. Okay, now as you inhale, we can extend the hands up. So we want to try to get the arms in line with the ear. So you can see it's a nice straight line. On this side, I'm trying to open up my hip as much as possible. Let's stay here for a while. Okay, so what is this for? This is a warm-up so that you know what are we focusing on. Because when you're balancing, it's very hard to focus on anything. So while here you are grounded, you can feel, wow, the hip is opening up. So you try to open up the knee more. Because later on, we will try to replicate this feeling when you are balancing. Okay, and then you can feel the abdominals wrapping in. Feeling is very, very important when you're doing yoga postures. Exhale, hands to the heart center, release the leg, and then let's switch to the other side. Again, now left leg, we bring the heel off, I open up the knee, and then we step it in. So ball of the feet on the ground, we step the left heel onto the right leg, open up the thigh as much as you can. Then we stand up straight, start with the hands at the heart center. Make sure you open up everything, fully engage, and then inhale and we extend the hands over the head. We try to straighten out the body. So we're stretching the hands up. So the muscles are working. We're not just standing here doing nothing. Hands are stretching up so you feel the whole body getting long. Then we're trying to open up the knee as much as possible. And then breathe. Let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more breath. Then exhale, we bring the hands back down to the heart center, release the leg. Now we're going to bring the foot up. So the caution is, don't step on the knee. So when you do the full 3 poses like this, you can continue doing this. If you're new to balancing, please continue doing this. This will help with the overall conditioning. If not, you can try level 1. You step below the knee. Easy one. So again, we step. Okay, you try the low one first. You step below the knee, then we focus. Open up the thigh as much as you can. Like you're trying to point the knee to the right hand side. Bring the hands to the heart center. As you inhale, we extend the hands up. Okay, get this feeling. Now, try to open up the hip joint and the knee more. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down. Then we switch leg. Now we bring the left foot step below the knee. We do in stages. Later we go above the knee. Open up the hip first. Okay? Remember, 3 poses is a hip opening pose, so we know what to focus on. Hands to the heart. Find the balance first. Then as you inhale, extend the hands up if you can. If not, you can remain here. Or if you need to reach the wall, go ahead by all means. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot down. Now we're going to go up. So now the option I've given it, you can continue with this. You can continue with this. Or if you want to bring the foot up all the way, you exhale to reach down. Use your 2 hands to grab the shin. Pull it as high as you can and step it into the inner thigh. Remember, above the knee, below the knee, not on the knee. When you step on the knee, you're having a lot of force to the outside of your knee tendons. It's very easy to damage your knee. So always step below or above but not on the knee. So we pull it up. Slowly step it in. Now what's the first thing? Open up the head. Open up the head, slowly inhale to straighten the body. We start with the hands at the heart center. Find the balance first. Now once everything okay, then take your time to slowly extend up. So no pressure in this posture. We do what we can, okay? So you can always choose any of the options that are available to you. Either foot down, foot below the knee, or foot above. And then slowly, next thing we work on is our relaxed breathing. It's very important, balancing postures to feel relaxed. Not only the body, but the mind. Okay, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, hands down, and then release. So you can feel already, ankle and foot working very hard. So the left foot, the standing foot. Okay, let's flex it forwards and backwards. Relax it a little bit. So when you do this a lot, even if you're holding something and then you're watching TV, you just hold this for like 2 or 3 minutes, you'll find that the arch of your foot works very hard. So if you have flat foot, you have like ankle turn up, ankle turn in. Over time, right, this strengthens it to correct the posture. So no need to rely on all the inserts. Let's do the other leg. So again, you can start from here. You can slowly bring it up. If you want to bring it higher, use your 2 hands. Hold your shin to help you to pull it up. Press it into your thigh. Make sure firm. Then, first step, open up the thigh. Inhale to straighten out the body. Then bring the hands to the heart center. Find the balance first. All this cannot relax, okay? And then as you inhale, we slowly extend the hands up. And then you try to open up the hip a little more. And then start relaxing the breathing, gentle breathing. Inhale. 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 1. Okay, one last one. Inhale. 2 and 1. Exhale. 2 and 1. And gently bring your hands down to your hip. Step the foot down. And then let's stretch out our right foot, or our poor foot work very hard. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. One more. Forwards and back. Okay, now let's come into one round of our sun salutations. Then we go back to the second balancing one. We are going to learn the warrior 3. That one, the single leg balance, we're going to lean forwards. So we come to the front of the mat, just a simple one. Make sure the feet are facing forwards. It's very important today since we're doing balancing postures. Hands to the heart center. From here, inhale, stretch the hands up, lift the chest. As we exhale, we need to warm the legs up. We sit back into chair pose. So we sit down first. Like you're sitting on a chair. Imagine there's a chair here. Then we lift the chest, look to the front, cause TV in front, stretch the fingers up. Remember, there's not energy to the fingers. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push the hips up to the sky, straighten the legs, fingers down to the ground, relax the neck and shoulders. We step the right leg back, one big step. Okay, so today is a higher lunge. So we practice the right thigh push back, like you're trying to reach the heel to the back. Look in front. We hold here for 2 breaths. 1 breath. Now carefully, 2 hands on the left knee. Straighten your arms to straighten up the body. Bring the hands in line with the ear. Now as you inhale, we lift the chest up. Front leg lower. Right thigh push back. Okay, make sure everything engaged. We hold here for 5. Today we're working on stability. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now gently exhale. We drop the fingers down to the ground. Then you try to straighten the front leg. We straighten by pushing our hip back. So relax the front leg. Straighten your both legs. The hip push towards the back. Bring the forehead to the knee. And then if you can, fingers walk to the front more. Pyramid posture. We hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, we bend the front knee. The right palm remain on the ground. And then inhale, we extend the left fingertips up to the sky. Right thigh extend back, so we're giving our body a full stretch. Now the left hand extend to the front, arm next to the ear. Inhale, turn the chest, look up to the sky. Right thigh extend back, left fingertip stretch forwards. Let's do one more breath. Inhale, turn the chest up to the skyboard. And then as you exhale, left hand on the ground, left leg, we step back to downward facing dog. Relax the neck and shoulders, hip push back. Stay here for 2 breaths. Stay here for 1 more breath. Now inhale. We come forward into our plank. Because later we also need to do Bakasana. We warm up now. Now from here in plank, you try. We bring the right knee, touch the left elbow. So in plank, right knee touch the right elbow. Hold plank. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Step back to your plank. Left knee. Left knee to left elbow touch. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Step the left foot back. Knee down to the ground. We drop the hip and the chest down. Okay. Now point the toes to the back. We slowly do top of the feet press into the mat. Thighs engage. Squeeze the glutes. So we're securing our whole lower body into the mat. Hands next to the chest. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, we come up to a low cobra first. Inhale, just come out a little bit. What we want to focus on is not how high you can come out now. Come out a little bit. I want you to focus. Elbows squeeze into the body. Then you try to stretch the neck up. Low one already. Okay? Get the feeling of the arms warming up. Exhale, come down. Now the next one, we're going to try to come higher using all the muscles that you just engaged. Again, top of the feet, make sure don't come off the mat. Press down. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale. Lift up higher. Okay, how you lift up higher? We squeeze the elbows into your body more. Once you're squeezing, it's like you're trying to squeeze the body upwards. One more breath. Now we tuck the toes in, lift the hip all the way back to downward facing dog. Let's step forwards. Bring the right knee to the chest. Whole body go forward and step. Left foot forwards. Exhale and fold. Relax the neck and shoulders. Now inhale. We slowly roll the body up. Extend the hands up to the sky. Lift the chest. Remember, always energy to the fingers. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Now let's do the left side. From here, inhale, stretch the hands out, lift the chest, extending the whole body. Exhale. Remember, sit down in the chair pose. Sit down first, lift the chest, extend fingers up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we exhale, straighten the legs. We push the hip up, reach the fingers to the ground. Relax the neck and shoulders. Now we step the left leg. One big step. So again, the heel is off the ground. Left thigh extending to the back. We lift our chest and look forwards. Stay here for one more breath. Now carefully, we place the two hands on the knee so that we are very supported. Then we straighten the arms, support the body to come up. Then we work on the leg first. Now make sure we're balanced. The left thigh extend back. So the more we push the left thigh back, the more stable you feel. Then we try to lower the leg more. So the leg's now working. Bring the hands up next to the ears. Now inhale, lift the chest up, lower the front leg more. Left thigh push back. And we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hands down, and next is we straighten our front leg. As we exhale, you relax the front leg and use the hip to pull it back. Because if we push with the leg, you find that it gets stuck. There's too much muscle engagement. So we want to relax the leg, and then we use the hip to pull us back. Then you find that easier to straighten. One more breath. Then we bend the front knee. Left hand on the ground. Then we open up our chest. We reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Left thigh push back. Right fingertips like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Now, we extend the right hand to the front. Fingers working again. Stretch to front. Whole body long. Now inhale. Turn the chest. Look up to the sky. All this is for spine conditioning. One more breath. Inhale. Twist. Finger extend to the front. Left thigh extend back. And slowly release. Hand down to the ground. Right leg step back. Downward facing dog. Catch your breath in downward dog. Now inhale, come forward to plank. Again, we touch our knee to our elbow. So left knee come forwards into single leg plank. Touch the left elbow. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Step back to plank. Now is the right knee. Right knee, touch the right elbow. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Step back to plank. Knee down. Hip down to the ground, chest down. Again, top of the feet press into the mat. Make sure the thighs are fully engaged. Hands next to the chest. Squeeze the elbows in and bring the body up into cobra. Okay, so this one should be very nice and comfortable. Inhale. Remember, you want to come higher? We squeeze the elbows in. Okay, like you're squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. Okay, tucking your toes. Lift the hip all the way back to downward dog. Catch your breath in downward dog. One more breath. Now let's bring our left knee to the chest. Whole body come forwards. Step the left foot forwards. We step the right foot forwards. Exhale, fold. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale. Slowly roll the body up. Bring your palms together over your head. Exhale. Hands to the heart center. Okay, I think we're about 30 minutes in already. Let's take a short water break. Grab a sip of water, wipe your sweat down. The second half, I think because we are doing a lot of technique, let's work more on technique today. Okay, so we'll slow down the pace in a little while. Okay, and welcome back. Okay, everybody doing all right? So, now we are going to practice our Warrior 3. Okay, so we're going to be doing drills now. So, we're going to first, the standing position is we stand with our feet and thighs together. Okay, so let's go into the theory of it as well. Why, when you do balancing postures, you stand with the feet and thighs together is much easier. Okay, let's try one. First, we open up our feet a little bit. Feet at hip level. See, open up already. This is your normal standing posture, right? Now, you try to balance. You just lift the right knee off the ground. Okay, hold the right knee. So what do you feel? The moment you bring the knee off, your body wants to drop to the right because the weight is balanced 50-50. You lift off, then you have to suddenly wobble back here. Maybe too much, then you wobble back here, right? Okay, now we bring the thighs and the feet together. Then you bring the right knee up. Suddenly very simple, right? Because we have the weight fully centered down. Even if I lift off one leg, the weight is still centered down through my spine. It's like I can shift to 100% easily. So make life easy. So next time you want to do all the balance poses, you begin this way. Okay, rather than have the leg open, then you lift up, then you have to wobble around. Finally, fine, everybody do already. You're still trying to balance out. Okay, so let's practice. Thighs and feet together, hands on the hip. We bring the right knee up. From here, as you exhale, bring the right knee up. And let's hold it here for a while. That's why the 3 pose was important. It's to warm up our feet and our ankles. So also something simple you can do. You're watching all your drama that time, right? You just practice, you lift up, you hold for 1 minute, then you change it. Then over time, you find your feet ankles will be very strong. Okay, exhale, right foot down. Then we shake the legs a little bit, shake the thighs a little bit. Then let's warm up our left leg. From here, thighs and feet together, feet also together. As you exhale, bring the left knee up as high as you can. Then you stand straight, find the balance. And then very important, balancing postures, not muscle. You can find the whole body is very relaxed. What do you have to relax? The mind. Slow down the breathing, relax the breathing. Relax the mind. Just feel that you're very relaxed because the more you panic, sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I feel very wobbly. Then you worry. Then it just makes it worse. Anytime you feel you losing the balance, just step down, breathe, bring it up again. Don't pressure yourself. Okay? Left foot down, shake your legs. Okay, now we tambah. Okay, from here, we are going to add our hands in. Hands on the hip. Bring the right knee up. Now you try, bring the hands together, palms together over your head and you hold here. So the center of gravity has now shifted up. And then you find the left foot working, so the same thing. Slow down the breathing, relax the breathing, look forwards, keep the arm next to the ear. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. We step the right foot down, hands to the hip. We do the left leg. Now, focus the breathing. Bring the left knee up. Okay, spend a couple of breaths here. Find the balance first. Then only slowly we bring the palms up over your head. And then breathe. Hold. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then slowly down. Bring your hands down to the heart center. Okay, so that was to develop the mind and body and breathing connection. Then you can feel the more relaxed you are, the easier it is to hold. Now is the drill part. Now from here, we're going to do the Warrior 3 drill. Feet and thighs together. We only begin with the right leg. We will do this for 1 minute. We bring the hands over the head. Interlace the fingers. Then make sure that the arm and the ear is in one line. So imagine that your head is a watermelon and you're using your arms to squeeze it in. So we want to squeeze it in. Now, as you go down, we want our hands and our right leg to be one straight line. So we're going to go down and bring the leg up. So as my body go down, my leg comes up, I'm looking to the ground. And then the hip, very important, don't sing it, If you tilt one side, you're going to feel like you're going to fall to the left. So it's important to be straight. As I go down, my chest facing the mat, my hip is facing the mat. Everything is straight. And then as I come up, let's say I go until here. Oh, okay, cannot balance anymore. You try to come back together. Imagine your body one line. So the arm, right, and the head, this one, very important, don't move. Even if you can only do like that, it's good enough. We don't do this, okay? Don't lower your head. Then you see the posture already run. Then once you're here, you cannot bring back one. Your shoulder is stuck. So we begin here. Then we move together. This is to warm up the hip. Okay? Now for 1 minute, you try, no need to hold. You just do this. Go down as low as you can and then come back together. Go down, hand and foot together. Then you come back. Okay? That's all you do. Okay? Let's go. No need to hold, but very important. Whenever you come back, you reset. Let's say you lose your balance, you come back. If you need to, you reset. Then you start again. What this is doing is, it is training your hip. Because a lot of us, the limiting factor is the hip. So when you keep doing 20, 30 times, that's why it's a drill. Go in, come out, go in, come out. A lot of people problem is not doing this. This one, okay. It is going into this. Then after here, come back from here. That is a problem. So we are going to fix the problem first. Then the solution will come by itself. You can go in and out easily. You can do the posture. Stop. Okay, let's go. Okay, keep going. Very nice. Now, very important, as you go down, you see, left leg, my left leg is straight. As I go down, it is still straight. The moment you bend, then you will wobble left and right. So don't bend your standing leg. Standing leg remains straight. You see, everything straight. I go down, everything still straight. I just like here, never mind, I come back. But don't bend. The moment you bend left and right also got problem. That's right. So then when you go down, so Joan, slow down a little bit. So when you go down, you try to also find the balance. And then focus. Yes, Shah, it's okay, yes. So don't go too low that you cannot control. Let's say, because our hip flexibility is different, right? Let's say you come here already, you feel stuck already, it's okay. You will find as you keep doing, it will loosen up a bit. Then over time, we don't become flexible in one class, okay? But we can learn the technique in one class, okay? So now we're working on the technique. Then the rest is every day when you watch TV, you do. So remember, standing leg straight. Let's do another one more. Okay, everybody do one more. Last one. Okay, hand on the hip, shake the legs up. Okay, shake the shoulders up. Okay, shoulder roll. Sometimes you hold too long, shoulder also a bit stiff. Let's do the left leg now. Change leg. So again, thighs together. Bring the hands in line with the ear so that it's a nice straight line. Then remember, as you go down, you want the head to be in line with the arm. So when you go down, don't let the head come out like that. Keep like this. So we're looking down to the mat. Okay, now let's do the left leg. Set up straight and then just hand and leg go down together and then come back up. Go down together, come back up. Go down together, come back up. That's all. Go down together, come back up. Little bit also can already. So you find that you get very, very comfortable into going in, coming out. The first few times going to feel like very weird. After 30, 40 times, everything loosen up. That's why we spend 1 minute. So always, so Sunita, I can't see your upper body, but I can see your hands flowing down. So remember, we always want the hand here. Even if you can only reach here, we want the hands here. Don't do this. Once you're here, this posture is gone already. Remember, up to like this, people still recognize it as a warrior tree. The moment you this, it's gone already. It's not a warrior tree. Warrior tree, the arm always needs to the ear. So always squeeze the head in, go down together. Head and arm go down together. It's more important than the leg. like this. Okay, squeeze it in. Don't let the head come off the arm. You go down a little bit also, it's okay. We want the head and arm alignment. Yes, very nice, Lazri. So you can see, after you go down, come out 30 times, this one like, it's like very familiar to you already, right? That's why repetition is very, very important. And then slowly come back up to standing, hands on the hip. Okay, shake the legs up. Very nice. Then now you feel that after when you go in, come out a lot of times, you feel very, what do you build? You build confidence because you know that you can do it because you've done it so many times. Now let's do the full one. You try to hold. Doing the same maneuver. Now you go down slowly under control. If you lose control, just reset. We practice for 1 minute at your own pace. Hands up, then you try to slowly go down. Slowly go down as slow as you can. Don't lose the head. Don't lose the head. Okay? Anytime you feel, here cannot balance already, straight away come up, release the hands, breathe, recompose. Remember, balancing is not about strength. You also feel no strength involved. What is it? Certain people call it stillness. It's just relaxing yourself. Make sure the mind is relaxed. Once you breathe down, compose, okay, then try again. That's why you have to take your own time. I cannot rush you. So 1 minute, we have another 40 seconds to go. Take your own time. You can hold as long as you like. If you find that, you're finding a lot of pleasure in holding it, go ahead. It's your own time. You lose your balance, come back up and reset. That's right. Okay? So Hasina, remember the arm, don't lose it. The moment the arm comes down, and then you're here, right? You cannot recover because the shoulder is stuck. Then you will be stuck in this pose. This is not a warrior tree. Warrior tree have to be here. So this is better than this. Okay? Hand next to the hand in line with the head. Because warrior tree is not only it's a T shape. If it's like that, it's not a T already. Then you make a new alphabet. Okay, let's do another last one. Okay, all looking good, And then, so Lily, when you recover, you try to recover together. That means the moment you lose your balance, don't like that, The moment you lose your balance, you use your core strength, bring it back together. So we're also using a lot of strength to recover. Okay, and relax. Okay, shake the hands, roll the shoulder, shake the feet. Okay, now let's do the left leg. That's why when it comes to things like balancing, I like to give drills because if you're just doing vinyasa, you do one time. That one time also wobbling. Then you find that after 3 years, you still wobble because you didn't have the chance to practice. Okay, so that's why we drill. Okay, left leg. It's not exciting, but it gets the job done. So main focus, the head next to the arm, then you just go as slow as you can. Let's say here lose balance already, then you hold here. Okay, breathe. Okay, already, go lower. Okay, maybe start. Okay, breathe. Hold here. Then go lower. So we take it step by step. That's the point of yoga. You take it step by step. So got 1 minute. Take your time. And then if you find holding there feels very nice and comfortable for you, you just hold there longer. That's right. Very nice. Very nice. See all of you starting to go down the whole body together. Coming back also the whole body is together. So you can see that every time you do it, your body understands more. Sometimes it's not only the mind. The mind can understand. I tell you the instruction very simple. The hand here. But sometimes the body not cooperative like office also you can give all the best instruction. Then your staff do the opposite thing. So sometimes your body like the staff so then what do? You have to give the staff counseling, right? So you have to be patient with the body first. So slowly here find the balance, go down lower. Then after a while you find I can go down all the way. So easy to hold one. Why last time struggle? Okay, do the last one. Very nice. And then slowly come back to center. Okay, let's shake everything up. Okay, so now Let's put your newfound skill into practice. We will do one round of sun salutations, but we will do this. So the beginning, remember our beginning flow, we will do the whole flow, we add this in. So we will begin like this. I'll show you first. Hands here, then hands up, interlace the fingers. Then we are going to lean into our warrior tree. Now once we got here, we hold for 5 count. Then the right leg we step back. And then bring the body up into our lunge. From the lunge, we come down, do the pyramid. Then we step back into our downward dog. We do the knee to elbow because after this, we are going to do the Bakasana already. So we need to also warm up our shoulders. So let's do all of that now. We come to the front of the mat, but the modification is because we are going to start with the balance. We begin with the thighs and feet together. Thighs and feet together. Make sure you have some space in front of you. Now from here, inhale, hands up, interlace the fingers. We come back into our straight line. Now as you gently exhale, I will give time for this. Slowly lean forwards like what you practice. Right leg up, right leg lean forwards, and then come into warrior tree. How we doing? Okay, good. Warrior tree, lift the leg back, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the right foot step back, lift the upper body up into a lunge position, lower the front knee more, lift the chest up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower the hands down. We straighten the front leg into pyramid. Bring the forehead closer to the knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee. Step the left leg back into downward facing dog. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Inhale, come forward to plank. We bring the right knee to right elbow. Hold for 2 count. Hold for 1 count. Step back to plank. Bring the left knee to left elbow. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Step back to plank. Knee down, hip down, chest down. Top of the feet press into the mat. Inhale, lift the body up into cobra. Hold 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Tucking the toes, go back, downward facing dog. And then we bring right knee to chest. Step the right foot forwards. We step the left foot forwards. Exhale, fold. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale. We roll the body up. Bring your hands over your head. Interlace the fingers. Now, we do left leg. Bring the thighs together. Let's do the left hand side. From here, as we exhale slowly, leg and hand together, left leg out. So we switch already. Slowly go down. Take your time. Slowly go down. Take your time. And then square the hip, chest facing the ground. We're looking to the ground. Arm is next to the ears. Lift the leg. Hold for 2 breaths. Almost there. Hold for 1 more breath. Now the left leg step back. Lift the upper body up into a lunge. Now we go deeper. Lift the chest up. Lower the front leg. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Then we relax the front leg. Use the hip to pull you back. Forehead to knee into a pyramid. Hold. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Now bend the front knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Catch 2 breaths in downward dog. 1 more breath. Now inhale, come forward into plank. Now left knee to left elbow. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Step back to plank. Right knee to right elbow. Hold for 2 breaths. Hold for 1 breath. Step back to plank. Knee down. Hip down, chest down. Point the toes back. Inhale, lift the chest. Come into cobra. Hold for 1 more breath. Tuck in the toes. Go back, downward facing dog. Now from here, we bring left knee to chest. Whole body come forwards. Step the left foot forwards. We step the right foot forwards. Exhale, fold. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale. Slowly roll the body up. Bring the palms together over the head. Exhale. Hands to the heart center. Good job. Okay, let's take another water break and wipe your sweat down. Then we come down to the ground to practice our Bakasana. Okay, today we do a different variation. Okay, just nice, huh? So first of all, if you're sitting, standing, kneeling like me, doesn't matter. Let's interlace our fingers first. Interlace the fingers. Gently roll the wrist around. Let's loosen up our wrist first, huh? So don't do it too fast. Do it slowly. What we want is range of motion, and then twist other side. Now from here, we press the back of the hands together. Back of the hands together, bring the hands close to the chest. Let's get a good stretch out. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, and then slowly release. Okay, so this one today we are going to do from a more elevated position. So let's come up from standing. Okay, so we begin this one from standing. Last time we practiced is from squatting down position. So today we are doing a crane variation. We call this a crane pose. Now the difference is this. So you watch my knee position. I just show you one knee. Okay, normal Bakasana. Okay, then the knee will be outside the arm. Correct? Outside the arm. Then I squeeze my thighs in. Now in the crane, I move my knee on top of my tricep. So you can see the knee position. The knee will not be outside the arm. The knee will be on the tricep. So it's balancing. So if it's your first time doing, don't be surprised if, let's say, once you balance that you feel, the arm very pain, because the kneecap is quite hard. So, and then if tomorrow you get bruises, you see a bit blue black, all that is okay, because that's quite normal when you're starting out. Over time, as you do it right, your arm will toughen up. You won't get the bruises anymore. You won't also feel the pain. First time doing anything, it's going to be a little hard, but let's challenge ourselves a little bit. So from here, we're just going to stand upright position, and then the feet will be hip width apart. Then we stretch our hands up, and then we come into 90 degrees first. So from here, we push the hip back, straighten the legs, push the hip back, stretch the body out. So we get 90-degree angle. Then you try to lengthen the fingers forwards, push the hip back, stretch out the legs, stretch out the body. Then slowly come into a forward fold, fingers on the ground, keep pushing up. Okay, now place your palms on the ground, then you lift the knees off. So the hands will be shoulder width apart. Then look in front. From here, bend the elbow, bring one leg in. Okay, so remember, where the leg is, you try to get as close to the, never mind, I think we do the easier one now. All come down to squatting position. I see some of you struggling a little bit already. So we come down to squatting position, but the squat is, you squat with the heel off the ground. Okay, so not yogi squat today, just a simple squat, heel off the ground. We place the palms down, keep the gaze looking in front. Don't look to the ground, always look in front, because when you look to the ground, your head is the closest thing to the ground. You're going to see head first. Then the same thing. On my ball of the feet, I lean forwards. I try to get the knee as close to the armpit as possible. Go forwards. So I got my two knees on the armpit, right? I lean the weight to come up. Then I'm up already. So this is a very quick one. Okay, again, I am on my heels. I get the knees up to my armpit. I plant my hands down. I lift the head and look in front. Then I just lean my body forwards and I'm up. And I press my big toes together to hold them. Once you up press your big toes together, keep looking forwards. Okay, now 3 minutes of your own practice, because the technique is very simple. Heels off, get the knee as close to your armpit as possible. Then press your palms down. Look in front. Lean forward. See, from this point, I just lean. Then my toes come out. I press the big toes together. I keep looking forwards. And then you lose your balance. Gently come back down. Okay, you can stretch the wrist a little bit. Calm yourselves down. Again, this is like your single leg balance. Arm balances are the same. You don't require a lot of strength. What you require is calmness. Okay, so, okay, Umi, come down first. So Umi, you try, because your arm and leg very long, right? So we use that to your advantage. You get it? You see the knee, Now you're starting here at the elbow. So when you come out very low, very easy to slide off. So if the higher, the closer you get to the armpit, the higher your position. You see, if my knee is here, it's a very low position. Then it's just slide off. So I want to get it high. Then when I come up, it's also, I have a lot of space. Even when it starts sliding, I still have a lot of space. So you try to get it as close to the armpit as possible. From here, get it here, then place the arm down. Then it looks very, very much nicer. Very nice, Hasina, yes. Look in front, don't look at the ground, look in front. Then just lean forwards. Lean forwards. So Hasina, so you lean forwards, don't jump The moment you lean forwards, you'll feel the toes come off the ground by itself because you are shifting the balance. So notice the word, I say arm balance, That means it's like a scale. You timbang, right? The market there, you timbang how you balance until the both sides are balanced. You're not using strength, So this is not animal flow, you have to power up. We just tilt the front of the body forwards to counterbalance the weight of your legs. So I'm just leaning. I didn't use any strength. I'm just here. I lean until my toe come up by itself. I lean some more, the other toe come up by itself. Then, where is my strength? It's on my hands, trying to balance myself. My upper body, I'm just squeezing everything in. Okay, so Nazreen, good. Look forwards. So remember, look forwards, just lean. Whole body lean forwards. So this part requires a little bit of confidence, but because you're looking forwards, even if you lose your balance, you can catch yourself. Because also, that's just a theory part. Because if I'm looking down, my body very sharp. By the time I want to lean forwards, my head already down. Then head on the ground. Okay, every class, if you go to yoga class, you'll find somebody here, dong. Okay, who hit the head on the ground again? Because when my head is down, my head is so close, there's nowhere to go. But if I'm looking forwards, my upper body is very long. It's very easy to balance. I lose my balance, I can easily catch with my hands because why? My head is so high, I'm looking forwards. I don't have to be worried about smashing my nose. If you're looking down like that, the nose very close to the ground then forever you also feel very scared. You're just looking to the ground so close, so look in front. Then you find that it makes all the difference. The more you look in front, the upper body is longer. You find that you have more leverage. Your whole body feels lighter. Okay, let's try that. Oh, you're doing good. Okay, really good. You try to get the knee higher, just lean. Just look in front, lean. Yes, good. Okay, we do the last 1 minute. Okay, so Sunita, the knee, you try to get on the arm, not outside. Different posture already there. You try to get on the arm. You'll find it that you need less strength when it's on the arm. You try to get it, No, Sunita, wait, You see, now your knee is still here, we want the knee here. You see my knee, here, on the arm, on the tricep. Knee on the tricep. Ah, yeah, lift the heels off. You can't do it when your heels are down, your legs open up. That's why I said heels off. Heels off, you can bring the knee in. You see, when your heels are off the ground, you're able to bring the knee in like this. When you're squatting down very hard one, automatically it will open up. That's why heels off the ground. Bring the knees in so that we can bring it into the arms, because the arms are shoulder width. So begin with the heels off. See, my heels are off. Okay, it's on purpose one. The heels are off so that I can come on my tippy toes. Heels are off so that I can come on my tippy toes. If I'm grounded like that, I have to do Bakasana already. So this is not Bakasana. We do crane. Heels off. So when you do Ashtanga, that's how every time, they just jump. They will just jump because they're jumping onto their tricep. Okay, good. Okay, so, but you don't jump up, Sunita. Heels off, lean forward. Look forward, lean forward. Good, looks so much better. Keep going, lean, 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 lean. Okay, then keep leaning. Then the other toe come up by itself already. Okay, then you don't actually need that block for your head. So don't use the block for your head. Why? Because if you lose your balance, you have no space. Your head's going to hit the block. The impact's going to go to the neck. So don't use crutches. Chuck the block. When you do like this, right? If you lose your balance, you can easily catch yourself with your hand. But we don't have the block there. Imagine you suddenly you lose your balance, then your head smash into the block, even though the block is soft. But then the impact of the body going down and your head getting stuck, it transfers to your neck. So it's actually not very safe. The block is only good if you start with the head of the block. Not dish your head onto the block. Okay, come. Everybody, let's come. Everybody looks good. Let's come into kneeling position. Okay, relax the hands first. This is the one kena the most pressure. So slowly roll. Release the tension in the wrist first, then other side. Okay, now from here, we press the back of the hands together. And so on, things like your tree pose, your warrior tree that we practiced today, and then the crane pose, the high Bakasana or the crane pose. This one gets better as you practice. So what you actually need is, like in this class, you get the feeling of, then roll around a little bit, shake it. In this class, what you get is the technique. So in one class, it's easy to learn. Very little technique only. Knee on elbow. Okay, lift the heels out, lean forward. Okay, now as you keep doing, you find that just I give you 3 minutes, you just do. Towards the end, actually all of you look quite good. So every day you just practice 5 minutes, or you just spend 5 minutes, practice. I tell you, after 2 weeks, right, you're gonna find it so easy. Rather than one class, I tell you Bakasana one time, then you still figure out what to do, then no chance to do already. Then forever you find, how come after 3 years I practice cannot do? Because you didn't have the opportunity to continuously practice. Like riding bicycle. If I ride one time every 3 months, I forever no balance. I ride every day after 3 months, pro already, can do one hand, one leg, maybe carry something above the head also, right? Okay, let's come down to a seated position. Let's do one final twist for the body. Hands on the knees, sit up straight. Now from here, inhale, we stretch the hands up. Let's twist to the right. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back. We do 3 breaths for this. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, twist. Now one more. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, twist. One last breath. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, turn back to the center. We twist the other side, stretch the hands up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on the knee, left hand behind the back. Inhale, straighten up the spine. Exhale and twist. Again, inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale and twist. One last one. Inhale, straighten the spine, exhale and twist. And come back to center. Now from here, just gently close your eyes and we finish off with 3 deep breaths. After the class, do 5 minutes Savasana on your own. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 2 more breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And final breath. Inhale deeply. Exhaling completely, hands to your heart. Namaste everybody, thank you for joining me this morning. And again, Savasana, today we did a lot of work, so Savasanas are doubly important. So after this class, go and lie down Savasana for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, as long as you need, until you feel relaxed. Okay, remember, what's the purpose of Savasana? Detoxification. Your blood is flowing. Savasana helps to detoxify all the toxins, especially since we're not moving a lot. So don't waste the opportunity. Okay, again, I'll see you all again. Take care, and next class is tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. If you can wake up, if not, then I'll see you Pilates 5 p.m. Also, schedule change. So Friday class has now changed to 6 p.m. and it is also Pilates because I realized I have 2 groups of Pilates students, one for 5, one for 6. Not many people like yoga discovery, so I decided 2 Pilates class a week now. 5 p.m. Thursday continue. Friday becomes 6 p.m. also Pilates, so that either or whatever suits your schedule, you can come to our live class. Okay, so take care and have a great week ahead, everybody.
Thanks, Adrian. Thank you very much. Bye.
Adrian, bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Adrian.
Welcome.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Adrian.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Adrian.
Bye bye.